welcome to What's Growing at CMC, the weekly segment where I, Daniel,
and I, Talasha, share with you about some of what God is growing here at College Mennonite Church.
The bilingual worship service and Wednesday night Bible study sure are growing.
On Wednesday evenings, Luis Tapia leads a Bible study in Spanish.
Luis has a way of opening Scripture, and God is helping people grow in wisdom and understanding in these times together.
And new people find their way to our church every Sunday morning.
Many newly arrived Venezuelan families are making their way here, but there are also other people from Latin America who are finding this to be a place to worship God.
The non-Spanish speakers who have been attending the 11:11 service report that being there really helps their Spanish skills.
And their faith is expanding as they learn new ways to encounter God.
Speaking of encountering God, this place was really buzzing a week ago.
About 30 youth from our congregation and Waterford Mennonite Church gathered here for Created by God.
They learned technical terms for all their parts and all the other things that you might expect in a course on the reproductive system.
But at Created by God, all of that learning is within the framework of our faith.
How is God at work in the changing of our bodies?
What does it mean to be created in the image of God?
And through it all, a running theme of the vastness of God's imaginative diversity.
After years of working with this program, I got to experience it as a parent for the first time.
And that brings with it a whole new level of gratitude for the people who discerned the need for something like this so many years ago.
Our annual harvest offering is coming up on November 21st.
Begin thinking about what you want to contribute.
What is the fruit of your labors from this past year?
Maybe you've developed a skill that you'd be willing to share with others.
Art, knitting, or even vouchers for helping others with tasks.
If you have mounds of garden squash right now, share your abundance.
Or bring other things that you've preserved or baked.
Maybe the fruit of your labor comes in the form of school projects and writing assignments that you would be willing to share.
It's also fine if the fruit of your labor is cash that you'd like to share with your church family.
The first year we did this, Miles brought his wooden candle holders, a gift that continues to be part of our congregational life.
We want the whole church family to be able to give and receive from the same table. So, we're getting a little creative.
We will bring up our harvest offerings to a giant cornucopia table up here in both worship services.
But we won't come up to take from the table at the end of the 9:30 service.
We'll leave everything there so the gifts of the folks in the 11:11 service can join the gifts of those in the 9:30 service.
And then after Sunday school at about 11:50, we can all join back together in the sanctuary.
And together we can come to the table and draw from the abundance of this full, diverse family of God.
Greetings, College Mennonite Church. My name is Bob Yoder, speaking to you today on behalf of the CMC Student Aid Fund. Thank you to those of you who have already contributed to this year's CMC Student Aid Fund that is supporting 23 CMCers at 4 different Mennonite schools. Please click on the accompanying link at the end of this video for some important messages from a number of those who are benefiting from your support this year. Thank you again for your prayers and for your generosity.
Angel Tree has been a long-standing ministry in this congregation.
We all get the chance to participate in it again this year.
Watch the Tuesday and Thursday church emails for information about how you can be involved.
One final reminder.
This Sunday, November 14th at 4 p.m. is a congregational meeting.
It will be in person only. So come on over to our well-ventilated sanctuary.
Check your church email for a full listing of what will be discussed at the meeting.
As you walk in God's creatively changing natural world this week,
as you listen to crunching leaves and feel the chill in the air,
remember that through all the change, God was, God is, and God will be.
Thanks be to God.
There's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God. Reaping and sowing, planting and hoeing, there's something showing, popping up through the sod. The Spirit's blowing, new life we're knowing, giving and growing in the garden of God.